Good evening, everyone. I just want to let you know that my biggest contentions with the Democratic Party is that they fail the Latino voters. And I need you to hear me out because I'm coming from the pack. I'm coming from the Democratic Party here in Florida. Florida, which was a big disappointment because Latinos absolutely showed up for Trump. Now, within the last 5 years, the Republicans did an excellent job in buying up the radio market, especially the Spanish one. Every day I had to listen to Republican voices, either in my mom's home, in which she had the Spanish radio, or at the grocery Spanish store, in which they were playing it full time. Not only that, they infiltrated the churches and definitely had their talk shows. And if you have anybody that's Latino in your family, especially the older generation, they get their information by radio, not so much TV. And this has been my plea with the Democratic Party. Another thing, too, is that we think that the immigration issue should be important to them. But in fact, a lot of U.S. citizens that are Latino can care less. I care about it. I think it's very important because we are all brown, right? Brown and black people. But I'm guessing some of the Democrats are recognizing that this is indeed a problem. And now they are pivoting their conversation to talk more about economy and less about immigration. And this was the article that was presented today in Orlando Sentinel. Very long time, Democrats was focused on the immigration issue when they were trying to get Latino voters to make sure they vote for the Democratic Party, especially in places like Arizona, Nevada, New Jersey, Florida, because those are the states that have the largest concentration of Latinos. And because of the Democratic messaging, it was assumed that all these Latinos would vote for Kamala Harris. But they didn't. And according to Patricia Campos Medina, a labor activist, she said people care about it, and she's talking about immigration, but they don't vote on it. They vote on the economy. And now the recommendations from liberal strategists, organizers, and some politicians, they're urging the Democratic Party to focus on economy, economy, economy. And as somebody who belongs to the Puerto Rican diaspora, it was really disheartening to know that a lot of Puerto Ricans, especially in the eastern Pennsylvania area, voted for Trump even after the mishap with that comedian at Madison Square Garden. Y'all some pick me people. And this is what the Latino operatives are saying. Don't treat the Latino community as a monolith. I think I've said that several times, along with my co-host Letty. What is being said is that nearly half of the Latinos that voted last year was because of inflation. And this article is alleging that another problem with the Democratic Party is that they use too many buzzwords and they're trying to micro-target specific nationalities. And I guess they left the voters feeling that the message was actually staged. Now, Latino support for Trump has definitely dropped. It's currently at 38%. They're getting upset about the rising prices, the product disappearing from the shelves. They are worried about all those federal workers being fired, the tariffs. And if you happen to be Latino, I need you to pay attention to one particular group. It is the Libre Initiative. This is a Koch network affiliated conservative group that is running ads targeting Latinos in support of the tax breaks approved during Trump's first term. Now, Daniel Garcia, who's the president of this group, of the Libre Initiative, this conservative group for Latinos, he knows that the Latinos are very nervous at this time, and he worries that Trump took on too much too fast. But he said it's too soon to make an evaluation of his second term already. Really? Too soon? It's more than 100 days, and I think that we are pretty much screwed. We're fucked. And what this Pick Me Latino is arguing, he's saying that voters should wait and see how Trump negotiates trade and whether the Republican can pass his big, beautiful bill with both tax breaks and spending cuts and promises he made to exempting tips, overtime, and Social Security from taxation. He wants Latinos to be patient. Are you a Latino that's patient? Haven't you seen enough? He believes Latinos can put up with a lot. Is this true?